Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity news, except for Justin Baldoni, whatever his name is. Oh my gosh. Okay, reality TV, which is going to be Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And of course, today's Jeff Lewis Live. So I hope you're having a great day so far. Thank you, Deborah, and the way I see it for being the first two to comment. Says number 4, please hit the thumbs up for our girl, Sarah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. Please make sure to hit not the thumbs up over there, tap the screen. It is free. It just lets other people know that you're enjoying the live. It'll let other people join us that have the same things that we like to chat about. And hello, everybody that is on Instagram also. Okay, let's get started. I did have to change my shirt today because I was out on the back patio enjoying the day or a little bit of time with Luna and splashed my salad dressing all over the middle of my shirt. So had to go find a different purple workout shirt that pretty much looks identical to the one that I had on. I'm like, how many light purple workout tank tops do I have? Like, seriously. Anyways, we are going to chat about that for sure. Raquel says today's Jeff Lewis Live was a sleeper. I have my thoughts for sure. I shared them a little bit in the Sarah from Texas Facebook group, but yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I hope you're having a great day. I love that it's 80 degrees in North Carolina. I'm not sure what it is here. Mabu, is it nice and warm yet in London? I doubt it, right? Mid-March is probably pretty chilly and gloomy still there. I don't know. That is so weird. YouTube isn't showing you live. Well, I am live. No notification and couldn't find. I had to type your name. I'm still subscribed yesterday too, just a heads up. That's weird. No idea what's going on there. You know what? Michael Riley was saying something about that. Well, there is Michael Riley. Hey, I think he was saying something yesterday that he had to go over on Instagram because I wasn't showing up on his YouTube. So very bizarre. Anyways, well, thank you for those that found it. I have no idea what is going on over there. It's 85 degrees in Orlando. Not bad, not bad. I love the warm weather so much. I could be out in it all day for sure. Oh my gosh, that's a heat wave. Mabu in England says it's going to be 19 degrees tomorrow, which is basically a heat wave in the UK. Wait, is that 19 Celsius or Fahrenheit? Don't get me to trying to figure all that out. Raquel says it's 62 in New Jersey. That's nice, actually. Oh, there's a blizzard in NE. What the heck is Nebraska? Okay. Literally said my brain went to New England. Is NE? Yeah, I guess that is the abbreviation for Nebraska. Okay, sorry. I know. Y'all know I'm a native born Texan. Everything in my brain is Texans. You know what I mean? Yes, he did promote that. Tiva Tambo is reminding us that Andy Cohen was the host on the Kelly Clarkson show today. He doesn't say why she was out, but he does say he thinks he knows what it was, but it's a personal reason and she didn't want to say what it was. But he did announce last week when I think he ends up doing the show twice. I don't know. I guess the show is Monday through Friday, right? I don't even know. Oh, there's balloons going on Instagram. What's going on? Is it someone's birthday? I didn't know you could put balloons up. Thank you for the balloons. Okay, Nebraska. So sorry. Yeah, that's okay. Candace says other people's notifications are jacked up too. That's so weird. Lots of bad weather coming, Michael Riley says. Hate to hear that for sure. Hate to hear that. Okay. Her ex-husband is bad. Kelly Clarkson's. Hate to hear that, right? At least she got rid of him. Anyways. Okay, let's chat Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Speaking of hateful, they are in St. Lucia on this girls trip with everybody's hair and makeup person, with at least Sutton's assistant, at least Bose's assistant. Maybe other assistants are there that we're just not even seeing. This is not even feeling like a girls' trip to me for a couple of reasons. I don't want to see the outfits that look like they literally, I mean, it's like the earrings, the necklace, the hat, the sunglasses, the dress, the shoes. I mean, I'm just like the purse, the bag. It's just like a bit overwhelming for a girls' trip. Like, get all made up, dressed to the nines when you're out in Beverly Hills, maybe, but you're in St. Lucia. Like, relax, enjoy yourself. Like, I'm A-okay with a little ponytail or a little light makeup that God forbid you did yourself. Instead, am I wrong, or do we see a glimpse of Chris Dillon X doing Dorit's hair? And well, I guess only his hair. I don't think he does makeup. I think that was Chris Dillon X, but it was so fast and I was too lazy to go back and rewind it. Our family was going to do Topgolf last night, and I didn't think I needed a reservation because we were going pretty early in the evening. Well, I guess it was everybody's idea. I mean, I know it's great weather, but it was so windy. I thought nobody else is going to go to Topgolf. It was a 2-hour wait because we didn't make a reservation. And I'm not even sure when we had the idea the day before that we would have gotten a reservation. It was probably already booked up by them. Anyway, so we knew there was a main event right down the street. So we hopped over there and went bowling instead. So anyways, so I was late from that, or we got home late from doing that. And then I wanted to watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I literally started it at like midnight. I was so tired, so tired. Oh, that's who the guy is? Oh, how weird. How did I never know that? Tiva Tambo says Kelly Clarkson was married to Reba McEntire's son, Brandon Blackston. Okay, I did not realize the guy that everyone always dogged because they were saying that he was misusing her funds and he was like a manager and spending all of her funds the wrong way, that's Reba McEntire's son. So Kelly Clarkson's kid's grandma is Reba McEntire. Like, how did we not figure that out? I know. Okay, back to Beverly Hills. Jen Helen says glam and Avi there really isn't necessary. I mean, they are at, first of all, Bose is the host of this trip, which I think just means she plans things. I think when they go on these trips, it's either a personal write-off or everything is pretty much paid for because it is a working trip. Hence, one of the things that really irritated me. I know it is happening because we see it when it comes out. So when these trips come out on air that same day, especially Real Housewives of Dubai would do this. They get busy posting, like Carolyn Stanberry and her husband Sergio are big into social media. They would always post. And you would realize, oh, that's the same outfit from that party. And then you go, oh, they were making content the day of either leaving for the event or at the event, what have you. So we know this happens, right? It's like all the stuff comes out. Vanderpump Rules to us, even though we get sometimes behind the scenes already with like TMZ or people posting behind the scenes photos. I saw all the photo shoots going on from everybody. I just don't want to see that. I just want to imagine that it's girls on a girls trip. I mean, I want to see them show up and maybe look a little glamorous, but I don't want to see the hair and makeup. I don't want to see that be a part of it. I definitely don't want to see their assistants there. Like they add nothing to it, especially Nico, who's Bose's assistant. It seems to have, if he has a personality, he's not bringing it out yet. I feel like I wish they would. Avi, I cannot figure out. Have we figured out, is this a man married to a woman and has children like I thought I read? Or is this a gay man in his 40s who is her not just assistant? I mean, I think they call it the assistant, but he's got to be bigger than that. He's got to be making really good money, right? Like I realize that some people, when they come to Hollywood, starting off, they might be an assistant. Shane is a little bit different because he also, I'm assuming, at least in the past, was paid by Hollywood House Lift. I don't think, and Jeff verified this today when he had Julia Cunningham on the show on the second hour, he is not an employee of SiriusXM. Like an employee in the sense that Julia is for 15 years, where she gets paid time off, paid vacations, sick days, that kind of thing. So Jeff is very different in that way. Maybe more like has the contract, or I don't know what you want to call it. I just don't want to see all the pictures being taken in the photo shoot, like so obnoxious. It just makes it seem instead like work instead of a girls trip. And I think they're just ruining it for me. I mean, obviously I've been talking about, reality TV ruin it for me anyways. Okay. Very confusing. Diane says it's Reba's ex-husband's son. So that is not her child. That would be a stepson. Very, very different. Okay. But still in the Reba, the Reba surface of it all. Mabu says, do y'all hear Luna like licking herself? Oh, now she's going to lay down. I love when she puts her little head out like that and lays down and her little paws are like right there. You're so cute. You're so cute, Luna. Okay. Mabu says, I'm sorry, but Dorit makes me cringe the way she acts in the after show towards Bose. And I thought she and Bose were really good friends, but it seemed a little off on last night's episode, right? She said if she caught Bose's boyfriend with another woman, she'd have blood on her fingers. I literally said out loud, OMG. I mean, give me a break. Even the fact that, okay, we'll get into it. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Yes, it was a nasty divorce. Christina says it was a nasty divorce between Kelly Clarkson and her ex-husband. He dug his heels in and got a lot of Kelly's money. But I also heard that he was misspending her money as the manager, right? It was so exactly. Michael Riley, who's going to order Sutton's coffee if Avi wasn't there? So dumb. I mean, they're at this, not just a hotel resort. They're at literal houses. Like they each had their own compound. Like it looked like 3 different sets of houses or something. I mean, it was amazing. They've got staff waiting on them. Those kinds of places, they've got the chefs, they've got, the people to coordinate things. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Nick James says, I don't understand all these assistants. It's really a bit much. And the hair and makeup. I'm like, y'all aren't that rich, honey. You're just not. Yes, exactly. Heather says, even if they just got done up for the evening, the wind was blowing them around on the boat. A ponytail and shades would have been just fine. Exactly. They were literally holding their hats. At one point, the microphone was blowing the wind. The wind was so bad on the microphones, it was almost downright annoying. You know what I mean? Yes, we'll talk about Jeff Lewis live in a little bit for sure. Bose corrected Dorit. Yeah, they didn't seem as besties on last night's episode, right? There was a little bit more going on. Okay, so it starts off, we see Avi, we see Nico, the assistants, don't really know what they're doing. We see the hair and makeup people. Sutton, first of all, it turns into a anti-Sutton. I mean, everyone, especially Dorit, is kind of like, by the way, and then Erica's like, by the way, like you seem to, and Sutton's like, bullshit. I mean, basically the show ends with her going, I hate these fucking bitches. They're such fucking bitches. As she walks away to have like a moment by herself. I was like, now that's the Sutton I wouldn't mind seeing more. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. Yes, I'm with you. Jen Helen says the big earrings, the hats, the sunglasses crap me up. What a waste of glam. And yet again, Jennifer Tilly annoys me with her blatantly talking about how rare and expensive and how hard to find these earrings are that she had. I couldn't even figure out what they were. They look like those big, like $32 earrings that you see at boutiques. Like, I'm like, I don't know. I guess they were from Gucci. What brand was she talking? You can buy them at such and such store, but they're a certain brand and it's a one-of-a-kind earring. And she's like, that sounds a little obnoxious, doesn't it? I'm like, yeah, because everything you talk about is obnoxious. I want to like her. I really do. It's just everything she talks about is Dolce & Gabbana. Thank you, Michael Riley. Dolce, she was saying, oh, you buy them at Dolce, but they're this, but they're that. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. What is nada? Nada like nothing? D Dot says, I always go to the beach with nada. Definitely don't dress up to sweat. So self-indulgent. And I don't want them looking like me. I don't watch the show so they can look like me. You know what I mean? Like I'm a size 14 mom of 5 that's going to have clothes from Marshalls. That's not the look I'm going for in St. Lucia on a girls trip. But I also don't need it to the extreme that they are, where they're bringing the hair and makeup. They're showing the photo shoots. I don't want to see all that. I want to see the picture. It's just like whenever somebody shows somebody doing a selfie, it looks so dumb and like ick. But when I see a selfie, I'm like, oh, that's cute. It's a picture of somebody in front of the Eiffel Tower. But if I saw someone being photographed or videoed taking a picture of themselves as a selfie in front of the Eiffel Tower, I'd be like, oh, kind of lame. Like, so into yourself. Does that make sense? Like, I just don't want to see it. Yes. Mike O'Reilly says the thing is, yes, they have so much stuff they pile on is because they want to wear it all. Yeah, and probably it's all, donated or it's branded. Somebody's loaning it to them so they can, make a post at the end and be like, oh, hair and makeup buy. So they get a discount or get it free, right? Crystal and X, or she just doesn't pay him. Or they say, oh, this is the brand of the dress. Here's my link in blah, 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 and go buy it. I get a percentage of it. Here's the brand of the earrings that loaned it for me. I mean, now, y'all heard I haven't come at my Kathy Hilton, right? Because she has done nothing wrong. She is the only one that looked like she showed up with nothing. It even looked like her hair she did herself. It almost looked like she was missing a lot of volume. So maybe she has clip-ins a lot more than I know. And that fullness or lack, the normal is actually fullness from having clip-ins. I don't know. It looked like she had just washed and blow dried her hair herself and didn't have hair and makeup, which I'm all for. Maybe that's why they have money, is because they don't use the hair and makeup and the people on these trips like they do. Lisa in Kentucky says, Kathy was asking for all the stuff. It was hilarious. Yeah, she was like, I'm here to eat. Like, where's the dressing? Has anyone seen this? But I love it. Even Kyle, who's her sister, is like, look, Kathy is never going to care if you've won Academy Awards. She's not going to care if you're a billionaire. If you are near the salt and pepper, she's going to be like, hey, does anyone see the salt and pepper? Can you get it for me? Hey, can anyone grab me a towel? Can anyone? I mean, she's Kathy freaking Hilton, y'all. I mean, she's always going to be my girl. Like, I'm never gonna, I don't know. I feel like I've seen Kyle, especially, I guess we see Kyle more with glam at her house, getting that done for parties or going somewhere, or she'll call people on the phone. And that's where they start letting we know, oh, they're both in glam. They're all going to this event, whatever. Katrina says, usually Kyle doesn't take glam with her on trips. I don't know. I guess she's stepping it up a notch now that she's a single woman. Single. We are definitely going to talk about the Morgan Wade of it all, because they are not letting that fly. And I love Garcelle for it. Debbie says, did anyone ever notice that after someone drops a bomb or an insult on Beverly Hills, they show all the women's reactions and their phony expressions? It's phony, old, and scripted. Yeah, because there's not like 8 camera guys in front of them. So they must go around and go, okay, pause. Now show me how you reacted when Kathy said, can you hand me the salt and pepper? I mean, and then they even talk about, I get it. They're on these podcasts. They all have their own dang podcast. They're on social media a lot. They're interviewed a lot. A lot of them talk about, when we were going to shoot this scene, the producer said, hey, do you want to talk about this to her? So we know they have set up things like when they go to a restaurant, we know if they're fighting, the producer is saying, hey, we assume y'all are going to talk about this fight, or we assume y'all are going to have a discussion about this. I mean, it is, set up in a way, right? That's just kind of how reality TV has evolved. Southern Bells is coming at my Kathy girl. Southern Belle says, I can't stand folks like Kathy asking for everything. It's so annoying. I'm going to give her a pass for her age and the fact that she's just kind of always had help. She's not used to whatever. Now, I definitely think she is hands-on. I think she helps cook. I think she helps plan parties, but she's always used to having help. But I think it's just, and I've said, I do think Kathy plays it up for the camera. So there is a part of me that thinks that Kathy is being a little bit, I don't want to say ditzy, but kind of like playing it up for the camera of like, she knows she's going to be on camera. If you're quiet and you do, this almost makes me think of Jill Zarin. Remember when Jill Zarin got such a bad rap for being on the under, what's the boat show? Under the boat show, whatever, where they're all, whatever, the below deck, under the below deck. She literally got interviewed saying, well, isn't that what I'm supposed to do? She's like, my co-hosts who booked the yacht were kind of boring. They weren't really talking. She's like, she made me go find those 2 or 3 episodes that she was on below deck and watch her bitch and moan about her Diet Cokes being perfect because of the publicity of that. If not, I was not watching any of below deck that year. So she knew exactly what she was doing. She played it up. But also, she's like, people know what they're getting when they hire me. I'm freaking Jill Zarin. I am who I am. You know what I mean? Now, did she have big earrings on? I guess I've gotten used to them. The big one she had on was at the thing that they do on the Bravo, the Peacock, the after show. She had some earrings on last week that, I kid you not, were like this big. I mean, the filled out. It was like a big flower on her earring. Lisa says Bose's big ass red earrings are awful. I can't even notice them anymore. She is so dressed up to the T that I can't even figure it out anymore. You know what I mean? Wait, what? Oh, I need to go to Costco soon. Lisa says Costco had their giant squishmallows for $21.99 to make room for the new Pika chop ones for $29. See, I'm so out of that mode. My kids are 15 and up. I'm not buying squishmallows for anyone. You know what I mean? So I don't even pay attention to that part. Okay, we're definitely going to chat about this. And if y'all are on Sutton's side or everyone else's, because they were pretty much piling onto her. And Kyle was not standing up for her. Mayboo says, I think that Kyle being sad about Mauricio is a bit rich. Seeing how she was with Morgan last year, acting all sad because he's now got someone. Okay, so also, Garcelle, we know, is not buying it. We know that behind the scenes, off camera, Garcelle is admitting that Sutton also wants, Kyle to say more or tell us more, identify exactly what her relationship is with Morgan Wade. But yet she's so over it. She's like, oh, I'm just tired of that. She's not going to answer us. She's not going to give us anything. So I'm just not going to whatever. But also, she is very much protecting Kyle for some reason. And Garcelle even said this on Watch What Happens Live last night. For some reason, Dorit really wants, not Dorit, Sutton. I've got Dorit on my brain. For some reason, Sutton really wants that friendship with Kyle, even though I don't think they really have it. Even at one point last night, Sutton said, see, she is my friend. Everyone's going to see it. And I'm like, you've got Garcelle. You've got in my opinion, a real hearty friendship there in Garcelle. And yet for some reason, all you want is Kyle. It's like you want that popular girl that's mean to everybody, but you want to prove to everybody that you won them over. And then your nice friend that's loyal and always by your side, protecting you and defending you, Garcelle, you're just like taking advantage of that. You're just like taking her for granted. Very bizarre. I don't know, but they start bringing up the paparazzi stuff, and several of them are like, look, everything I've been saying for a couple of years now. Kyle grew up in LA. She grew up in an actor world. All of her and her sisters were all in the acting world. I think her mom was too, or a model something. She knows exactly this whole paparazzi thing. Her moaning about, oh, when I go to the gas station, the paparazzi follows me. Yeah, they do. When you give them your phone number and say, hey, meet me at the gas station on this street and this street at 9:15 at night, I'm going to magically get out and pump my gas and you're going to just walk up on me. Like, you ain't fooling me, Kyle. You ain't fooling your co-stars who also know how the paparazzi works. Also, I think the paparazzi becomes friendly with a lot of these reality TV stars and celebrities, and they end up talking to people. And they end up like that back grid thing that sometimes TMZ will get the video from, but it says back grid. Everything I've learned about back grid has like Jack's fucking Taylor written all over it. That is like a company that, mediocre celebrities call and say, hey, meet me coming out of LAX. You're not going to, nobody in the world would ever recognize me, but you're going to recognize me. And I'm going to talk about this upcoming movie, or I'm going to talk about my podcast that's launching. I mean, wink, wink. And then they sell that video to TMZ. So when it says, when they've given Backgrid credit to me, I always take it down a notch because I'm like, okay, that's just Jax Taylor calling and let them know, hey, I'm going through a split up, but I'm going to come out of the gym, the back doors at like 9 p.m. at night. Y'all just kind of be there and I'll be surprised and chat with y'all. Very, and I don't mind my boy Tom Sandoval, but very Tom Sandoval, very, very, Sheena back in the day. Like any publicity is everything. Yes. Southern Bell Cell says, I'm loving Garcelle. She's the most real, I hope. Exactly. I mean, I do think she is the most real. Do I think they all get a taste of all of this stuff? Yeah. Yes, exactly. Debbie says, I loved it. I think it was Garcelle said, if Julia Roberts can go out without the paparazzi surrounding her at the gas station, why can't Kyle Richards? Exactly. They also said that. I think somebody said that about Julia Roberts being at that same Greek airport one time. And there wasn't, or no, was it Jennifer Aniston maybe? And there wasn't a damn paparazzi there. I mean, Mauricio knew his side chick called them too. He probably was in on it. And for him to turn around also and tell Kyle, look, I would never want to hurt you. I would never want our kids to see this and hurt you. I mean, really? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I do have a date for that. Sherry says, speaking of Jax Taylor, when does the Valley begin? I'm using my phone for Instagram, but it's in my phone, in my calendar. I believe it's April 15th. So tax day, I think. I bet I have to look it up on my phone. I'm not really sure. T with Tambo says Garcelle is a sniper from the side. Who's a sniper is Bose being at the same restaurant. Was it what's the restaurant? It's that fancy restaurant that they have like I think you have to have a membership to get into, whatever, right? That something house, not Southern House. What is the house? What is the restaurant called? I feel like it's something like that. Oh, have they been Soho House? Oh, is Farmhouse the actual real name of it? I've always heard him say Soho House, but maybe Soho Farmhouse is the real name. I don't know. This girl will never have a membership to get into a restaurant. Like, food's not that damn good. Lisa says the Valley reruns have been on all day on Bravo. How boring, and I haven't been watching. I just noticed. Yeah, I mean, the Valley is hanging on by a thread. You know what I mean? Oh, the Farmhouse is in the UK, Andy says. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Deborah says, I didn't like what Bose did about Mo. First of all, he's at a very public restaurant where a lot of celebrities go. He knows he's going to be recognized. He knows he's probably going to have his picture taken up. For Bose to take the time and energy away from whoever she was at the table with, which I don't even think she told us who it was, and send pictures and be like, hey, if you want me to go up to him, if you want me to do this, if you want, I will punch a guy or whatever she said. I'm like, first of all, you and Kyle aren't even the best of friends. Like, you don't know Mauricio. You don't know. I feel like Kyle has been, using all of us and in the pity party of it all about Morgan Wade. But they are not buying it. They're all like, look, she has been hanging out with Morgan Wade, and yet we're not allowed to say anything about it. We have to tiptoe around that and feel bad. It's like she wants to pit, Mauricio against everybody and be like, oh, he's the bad guy. He's the... We don't know what was going on in their marriage. All we know is what we're seeing. I don't know if the truth will ever come out, because I feel like there's his side, her side, and the truth very much in the member. Oh, Andy, wait a minute. It's very fancy. I'm a Soho House member, but only local house, and it's $3,000 per year. For all houses, it's around $6,000. I would have to pay to stay the night if I wanted to visit. Fancy. So they have them in the UK and the US? I just know there's one in LA and New York. I have no idea where the other ones are. So you pay a membership. Is it just a restaurant, or is it a restaurant attached to like a tennis thing or a swimming pool, like a country club? Like I have no idea. Yeah, don't even get started on the Valley. It's not that good. It's really not. I mean, if anything, it's not terrible, but I feel like they all have the acting bug. I don't care if they call it that they're realtor during the day. They all know exactly what they're doing. Okay. Sutton. So the big thing is she ends up having to apologize for saying, and she seems wholehearted. She's like, look, that did not sound like me. I don't like to put people down for how much money they have or don't. It was a really bad thing for me to say. To Dorit, talking about, like, is your wallet, who's bigger, your wallet or mine? Which we know whose wallet is bigger, but just saying it just sounds so tacky and just really, really bitchy. But then Sutton turns around in her confessional and she goes, I called her brokey. I'm like, maybe this is what Erica's talking about. Like, maybe your apologies aren't all that sincere. Like, maybe it's kind of like who's the girl? Leslie Biggs on Watch What Happens Live said it's like her apologies are like, I'm sorry, but you know what I mean? I think we all know people that do that. Tiba Tambo says Morgan doesn't want to be talked about on the show anymore. Well, because she already got known, and she was like, I like this part of the being famous, and this part of my shows being sold out, and this part of my music being bought, but I don't like this part of me being talked about in the whatever. I'm like, really? She's going to pick and choose? You know what I mean? No, I think it was definitely a date. Heather says it could have been a real estate client of his, and it could have been, but I'm assuming Bose could see the body language of it all, and it seemed more like a date. You know what I mean? Claire says in the UK, you can have a friend of membership and it's cheaper. I cannot even imagine paying that much just to have the option to go to dinner somewhere. But it makes sense. Everyone wants to be, like people, like this shirt is, I don't even know, with this probably from Marshall's for $16.99. But if I bought a similar shirt and it had that tiny Lululemon logo on the back, it would be $79 or $85 or whatever they cost. And people will pay that for the logo. So to me, something like Soho House, paying for those membership. Oh my God. Well, we must have some rich chumpettes here. D. Dot says, to me, Soho is a dump. I've never even seen these places, never even heard of them before Jeff Lewis, to be honest with you. Okay, this makes sense then. Andy says Soho Beach House has a club, a restaurant, a spa, a gym, 2 pools, and beach chairs. Okay, so that sounds more like what I think of, like rich country club people up in the Northeast or something. You know what I mean? Like old money. I love thinking of old money. You know what, people, if nobody would be my friend. The way I talk and act, people will be like, oh my God, get her out of here. Oh, okay. Andy says it's kind of like the modern day country club for singles. I go twice a week, so feel like it's worth it. Okay, what does a meal cost then? Like, what's a meal? Like, do you get like a wedge salad? Is it $32? Like, how much is a wedge salad without chicken? Like, without adding shrimp or, you know what I mean? Yeah, you pay to not eat. Exactly. Oh, really good French fries. Wait, okay. Tell me, whether you're listening live or the replay, Let me know if you've been to these places. Have y'all been to these Soho House places? It sounds like a lot of you have been. Like, never in my life have I been somewhere that fancy. Anyways. Okay, so Garcelle, we're going to get into Jeff Lewis Live and the boringness of it all. But oopsie, I said that out loud. But Garcelle's basically saying, look, I'm not going to, like, I want to stand up for Sutton, but I'm not going to because she didn't stand up for me when they were all kind of coming at me. And yet we all saw Kyle totally not stand up for her. You know what I mean? Who is Nick Jones? Claire says Nick Jones is the founder, and I think he also owns the Ned Restaurant Hotel in central London. Oh, a beer is $10 plus an automatic tip on 20% tip on everything. I don't even think $10 is terrible for a beer, though, is it? I mean, that's more than an Applebee's or something, but I don't think it's, I don't like a wedge salad. I don't understand wedge salads. My sister-in-law ordered one last week, and I'm like, it's just, it's the cheapest lettuce ever. It's not even the good green lettuce. Like, it's the worst lettuce ever. What's that lettuce called? Iceberg. It's just terrible. Anyways. Oh my gosh. Allegedly, maybe says I'd partake in plant medicine and just sit there and make jokes. Now, I would go to have dinner with you. Not for the plant medicine, but I would watch you and make fun of everybody with you. Okay, y'all are some rich chumpettes. Mariah Joy says, I used to live at Soho House in New York, but times have changed. Wow. Okay. Yeah. How big is the glass of beer? Christina's like, how big was that? Iceberg lettuce is just, ugh, and then they just throw ranch over it. And I don't even, like, I want to say, y'all, if y'all see my salads, I just had a salad. I make it myself. It's spinach, chia seeds, blueberries, tomatoes, cucumbers. I didn't do my avocado because I was lazy. Feta cheese, walnuts, a little bit of salad dressing. There might be something else. I mean, I want a lot of stuff on my salads. I like a lot of stuff. I just don't want iceberg lettuce with ranch thrown down the center. Like, I feel like there's maybe sometimes some crap, even not even red tomatoes. You know what I mean? Claire says, I haven't been, but I've been to the area. Great to TEW Soho Farmhouse, Oxfordshire. It's so pretty. Shanda says wedge salad is like giving me a chore. Yeah, they don't even cut it up for you. Bacon. Okay, yeah, there's like these rich people are eating bacon. Anyhow, I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm getting all upset about a wedge salad. I've never in my life ordered a wedge salad. Like, when that trend came out a few years ago, I was like, what the hell is that? Like, that's not a meal. Okay. Yes. Now you're talking. Allegedly, maybe I would definitely go with you, because now you're talking about a shrimp cocktail, and that is my jam. Some shrimp, beautiful with the ice, the salt, maybe really pretty, all laid out. The lettuce. I want to eat lettuce on my shrimp cocktail. I'm tired of these shrimp cocktails without the shredded lettuce. I want some shredded lettuce. I want a beautiful lemon wedge with the seeds out. I don't want a freaking seed. I don't want to be picking seeds out of my food. And I want a delicious cocktail dressing. Cocktail sauce is what it's called. Oh, yeah. Oh, and blue cheese dressing. Oh, so gross, Mona. So gross. A shrimp cocky. Shout out Joey. Sherry says, exactly. Okay, let's get into Jeff Lewis Live. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. So get comfortable. If you want to come on, check out the link below live. There's a brand new link every time. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Good Lord, good Lord, good Lord, good Lord, good Lord. Right there, the StreamYard.com. Just copy and paste that, and you can come on and give me a comment or a question. Harry Hamlin and MJ were on. It seemed like a 1-hour kiss-up commercial for Harry Hamlin. I mean, it started with, this is nothing new. This pasta sauce came out in the fall, like before Christmas. It's March now. It's been out for quite a while. It's not brand new. It is new that it's now sold on Amazon, so that is different. But the way they were trying it and just raving, it was so obnoxious and over the top. And it was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. This is such a good deal. It's $11.99. Oh my gosh, this tastes so good. This is better than the pasta sauce that I get from the grocery store. Oh, I could put this on eggs. I could put this on salad. I mean, Harry Hamlin was like, oh yeah, Lisa Rinna puts it on everything. I'm like, the girl doesn't eat. Let's be real. That girl ain't putting this pasta sauce on much, honey. I mean, facts are the facts. So don't fool me. Don't tell me, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Anyways, but it was such a commercial for the 2 pasta sauces. And after like 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, this is going to die out. That's it, whatever. Forgot about their podcast. So then they got to promote the podcast, which I get. Mentioning the podcast sounds normal. If somebody is coming on your radio show, first of all, forget that they already paid $500 just for showing up, which is something nobody else does. So that's already you're getting paid. But promoting their stuff was fine. But it was like 2 different pasta sauces, 2 different TV shows, the podcast. I mean, it was just like, geez Louise, like, what are we doing here? It was so, MJ was like taking a nap or something most of the time. They had already talked that you could buy it on harryhamlin.com or harrysfamouspastasauce.com, whatever the way, and on Amazon. And like 30 minutes into the show, she's like, tell us where everyone can buy this amazing pasta sauce. Like, we want to buy it. We just want to be given it. Like Dorinda wants to be given it so she can go and make a post about it. When Jeff brought that up, I was like, Dorinda can go buy this just like anyone. I was almost happy that MJ even said, well, she can buy the pasta sauce and she can still post about it and rave about it. Like, she doesn't need to have it sent to her for free. Like, literally the price to have it shipped to her house versus just ordering it from Amazon. She could just order from Amazon. He could have Venmo'd her $30, $35, whatever she needs. It was so cringy. You know what I mean? It was so cringy. Oh, wait, Southern Belle says, if y'all want to do some expensive private living, move to Ocean Reef in the Florida Keys. It costs around $250,000 a year for a membership last time I checked, just to live there. Like a HOA fee almost. Wow. I've been to the Florida Keys, but wait, have I been to the Florida Keys? We did a cruise. I think we were on one of the Keys. The place where that sign is, it says it's the southernmost point of Florida or the US, whatever that sign is, we've been there, whatever that was. And then we went to some key lime restaurant that was apparently famous. I did get a chocolate covered key lime pie that was so good. Nurse Sim says, I'm starting to make my tomato sauce now, not from a jar. Italian here. Doug Buden would love to try a jar of yours, I'm sure. Yeah, T-Boots Tambo says, OMG, Rinna on Jeff Lewis Live. I'd fly to see that in person. That would be so, so good. I'm sort of surprised she didn't come on with him and just kind of sit in the room. I think that would have been really good of her. Like, I don't think it would have distracted at all. Jeff Lewis loves Rinna and they have a good relationship. So I think it would have been actually, and obviously it's always good to have a housewife in the room. You know what I mean? Okay. Heather brought up Poshmark. Heather says, MJ wants the sauce for free so she can sell it on Poshmark. Now, later in the episode, the second episode was Reza on, and he was saying that he just had to do a background check for a show that he might do or some kind of project. And they asked him if he had a Poshmark. I swear underneath his breath, or Jeff, somebody said something about that she is selling on Poshmark Nurse Jamie products. And I thought I heard Shane say, oh, I kept my ice roller that Nurse Jamie gave me. So maybe she's selling things that Nurse Jamie has given to her. Like, to me, that's so, like, I'm so shocked that Jeff just gives her a pass on that, especially if it's people that he uses. Like, he would think, oh, now you're selling this stuff that she's given to you for free. Like, give it to a friend, give it to your cousin, give it to your mom. donate it, but don't go sell it publicly for something that somebody gave you for free. Lisa says, at the Dollar Tree, I found some jalapeno relish and it's delicious. I got a bean burrito from Taco Bell and added more cheese, meat, relish, and sour cream. Well, that's a little bit off topic, but I totally get what you're talking about. I guess we are talking about pasta sauce. You know what I mean? Oh, today's Wednesday. Did you find any deals at Aldi today? Isn't today Aldi Day, Lisa? Let me know. Anyway, yeah, Debbie says it's tacky. Jeff gives her a pass on everything. Did I hear that? Is that what Shane said? Something about that? That he kept the ice roller that Nurse Jamie gave her, and he was implying that she had that up for sale on her thing. I don't know. It was just a lot. The commercial was a lot. It was somewhat interesting when Harry Hamlin talked about the history of their house and how he actually redesigned it to be very similar to Italy, and like where when the paint starts chipping off, that's kind of part of the beauty of it all. And it did remind me of his kitchen that is, outdated, but it does look it does remind me of like old school Italy. So I totally get why, the stone floors, which will never, go bad. They'll live hundreds of years. The countertop tiles. I mean, it is very nostalgic looking of Italy. So I did understand why he was doing that. I know. Isn't that weird? Shanda says, tacky, can't even use an alias, MJ. I mean, I'm surprised it's her name and her products, and she just sells stuff that's whatever, you know what I mean? I think I've heard that, but he kind of talked about a lot of rumors. Sherry says, haven't Harry and Lisa been blasted online for being hoarders? I mean, all I've seen is the carpet in her bedroom. I'm kind of surprised they have carpet in their bedroom and that kind of expensive house. I mean, he's got to either own that outright. He bought it, and I think he said 1986. I mean, I hope he owns that house outright by now. If not, are they one of the ones that we've heard about having loans out on their house? I feel like I'm smacking a lot and it's driving me nuts. It's like Andy Cohen. I'm noticing the smacking. Are they one of the couples that we've heard having like loans out on their mortgages? Like maybe they get a loan and then that becomes like a mortgage or something that they're paying back. Are they one of the ones? I feel like they have. Maybu says, Jeff's judge of character is off sometimes. Look at the Justin and Jade argument. I'm not keen on Jade. I think there's a lot more to her to come out. Is she part of ChumpCon? She is, right? She hasn't been on in a while. Maybe she's out touring. I don't know. Oh, they do have big loans out. Yes, Charlie says. Wow. See, so when they talk about, when he talks about, he said something to Jeff like, oh, Jeff, I can donate part of this money. We don't need the money. I'm like, honey, if you're in your 70s and you've owned a house, the same house since 1986, and it's not paid off, and I mean, not a normie like us, I mean him, but he's in his 70s, like, you may want to pay that off. Like, you don't want to pass away with not having your house paid off at your age, and maybe keep some of that profit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sherry says, why do you think he's pushing the sauce so hard? You're going to have to sell a lot of sauce. I mean, he was like, we want this on everything, eggs and salad. And I'm like, it's pasta sauce. Like, that's why it's called, like, I can see if it's a marinara, like dipping it in cheese sticks, dipping it in pizza, things like that. But I'm also a ranch dipper, just like Julia Cunningham talked about. Like, we're not going to dip pasta sauce in everything. It's kind of meant to go on pasta, maybe vegetables, maybe something, but it's not meant to go on eggs and a salad. Like, nobody's eating that. Nobody's buying they're buying it because you're a celebrity. Just like someone said earlier, I heard it was shit. I want to try it for myself and see if it was any good. Matter of fact, I feel like caller Annette, I don't know if she's on today. I feel like she ordered a few weeks ago and said it was actually really good. So I don't know. Jet says, they're like the mom where they're way too obsessed with being pixie sticks. It's unhealthy. I don't know what that means. Pixie sticks. Like candy? I don't know what you mean. Okay. Oh, they do? Southern Bell Cell says Lisa and Harry had many second mortgages. Why is the mute button? All of a sudden, the mute button went on. So weird. Oh, ranch on French fries is very yummy. Oh my gosh. Oh, their working models. They are very thin. Oh yeah. Well, okay. In I think one of the medical things that they were talking about, remember whenever one of their daughters, I don't remember which one, but they did come out. Remember when Harry said something like, I wish you would just eat. And Lisa gave him the side eye. It's because she came out and admitted that she had an ED, an eating disorder. So clearly, I think that's what he was talking about with Amelia Gray, kind of taking a few years to get over some medical issues. And he said that she is better now. So I hope that's true. But yeah, that's when you come from LA and you live in LA and your mom looks like Lisa Rinna, and then you're in the modeling industry, in the limelight, social media and all that. It's a bit tricky, right? Anyways, okay, so they've got the podcast. He's got the 2 TV shows. Never heard of Mayfair Witches. I guess it's in it. I mean, again with the suck up, it was like, oh my God, I watched it last night. It was so good. It was so binge worthy. Like, I feel like I could watch it all. I would hate for this show to go off I'm like, oh my God, like, why are you licking his asshole? It was so bizarre. Him and MJ both. Shane was too. Oh my God, this sauce is the best thing I've ever had. It's so delicious. I was just like, okay. There's no way anyone is waiting till Friday for this podcast to come out. Let's not talk about the husbands. Oh my God. Then he's got a cooking show on A&E or something. I'm like, A&E is not exactly where everyone's going for all their shows. Okay, Tambo says, I love Mayfair Witches, so she's heard of it. Mariah Joy says, Amelia Gray Hamlin is a very successful model at the moment. The other one makes me nervous. Some of us will never forget her mental breakdown on Instagram or her failed music career. Oops. Really? Oh, I don't think so. Raquel says, I think Jeff has a crush on Zach Noe Towers. I don't think physically he's his type at all, especially his voice. I do not think Jeff likes Zach Noe Towers in a romantic. Oh, is it AMC? AMC. Yeah, not A&E. Never even heard of it. Okay, a lot of y'all love the show. Hopefully it sounded like it's coming back for a season 3, right? For sure. Just a total, I mean, I guess we had the conversation in the Facebook group that a lot of people go on radio shows, podcasts, late night talk shows to promote a movie. It's all part of the whatever. That's just never been to me what Jeff Lewis Live has been about. And to me, it was so freaking obvious. It was such a kiss up to Harry about the sauce is just the best thing ever. This TV show is the best thing ever. Oh my God, I love your wife. I love Lisa. Why don't you send some of this pasta sauce to Dorinda? She would be great at promoting it. I'm like, she can buy it and promote it. Like, she's got $35, I think. I think she's good. So weird. I really, even Julia Cunningham being on, I think Jeff wasn't kidding. He said it was somewhat of a favor for him to bring her on because she's Radio Andy, like to come on each other's shows. I get it. But at least they didn't promote her and kiss up to her the whole time. To me, the Julia Cunningham and Reza second hour was just more like conversation, just fun banter, like, not really teasing each other. They're very different people. I don't feel like Julia Cunningham and Jeff Lewis are like going to hang out and have a happy hour drink anytime soon. She even says she's very serious at work. But I feel like years ago, they were frenemies. I mean, before they had this Sirius XM Studios, they had this other, whatever, the live one. Okay, sorry, I have to put this puzzle up on TikTok. he said that she had turned off the mic or something like that whenever she left, which meant he had to go turn it back on. There was something she did that made him not like her at all. And then he was like ragging on her. And who was it that was friends with her? Is it Zach? No, somebody is friends with her besides Alyssa. And somebody was like, no, she's really nice. Quit doing that. I don't know. But I thought he hired someone out of his own pocket. Did that not work out? He hasn't talked about the person at all. Candace says, what I love is that Julia Cunningham has a booker because she's a SiriusXM employee and Jeff still doesn't. I wonder what he's actually making after all the staff he pays for his show. They need someone to actually watch the person. I don't know what that means. Watch the person. Raquel says, I always felt Jeff always is selling something to chumps, like we're so gullible and buy anything. But y'all do, because the way y'all DM me, and I'm just a big fat nobody, the way y'all must email or DM Jeff and Shane and, Jameson and whatever. What was that brand? What was the bra? I bought the perfume. Anything anyone says is good. Y'all do buy it. So Jeff understands the power of him saying, hey, go buy this Leah Block makeup, go buy these CBD gummies, go buy these, which by the way, with all this negativity about Tamara quitting and all that, he hasn't mentioned anything about the gummies in weeks, right? I don't know. Good question. Mariah says, be honest. Do you think the 2-hour Jeff Lewis Live format is a success or should they go back to 1 hour? I think it's almost like, to me, ending a show on a high note versus when it gets really bad and no one ends up watching it, so they just cancel a show. I feel like 1 hour always left me wanting more. I felt like it was also fun to talk about that hour. Now, y'all know I wasn't the biggest fan of how Julie and Brandy did their show. Just also because eventually it wasn't even talking about the show. Like, it ended up being a recap, which I'd been doing since, summer of 2022 already. So it's not a new idea anywhere, especially seeing as how I asked Jeff Lewis for permission to do the recap, which I didn't have to ask him for that. Obviously, it was just a respect thing. But I do think 2 hours is just, I think it's a lot for people. And I think it leaves people... I think it's a success. I think time will tell, right? I don't know. I don't know. They do have commercials on it now. It's on the regular show now. So there's been baby steps for sure. Don't forget, we used to have to flip over to channel 789 on the app, right? And he started off as like 1 day and then 2 days a week and then 3 days a week and then 4 and then 5. So, he's crept up from all of that. So the success is there. The fans are there for sure. It's a matter of there's still only 24 hours in a day. So at some point, it's hard to listen to 2 hours of content every single day. And especially since it's Jeff Lewis, it's almost like we have so much of him now. You don't the next day, wait for him to come on because it's like you just heard 2 hours of him. You know what I mean? Lisa says, I wouldn't mind watching for 2 hours like I did illegally before it was all over and done with on YouTube. Yeah. And that was kind of fun. But I think a lot of people left, turned off the show after when Jeff and Shane would come on for one commercial break, the first part, and then they would leave and let everyone else talk. I stayed listening, but I think a lot of people turned it off after Jeff. And I think Jeff realized, if I stayed on for 2 hours, people would listen for 2 hours. Debbie says, it was 2 hours before when Jeff would just pop in at the start. Yes, but he had those other co-hosts. So a lot of y'all are saying, yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think 2 hours is too much or do you like listening to 2 hours? At the end of the day, we just don't have any more time. Just because there's another new podcast doesn't mean we were given another hour in our day, right? So very interesting. Okay, well, another day. Thank you so much for joining live. If you are listening as a replay on a podcast, make sure to scroll down and give me a 5-star rating and review. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you for joining. I will see you tomorrow. I forget who's on, but I feel like it's someone new. David Archuleta, the guy from somebody else. Where was everybody watching it? Sherry says. Oh, I think most people watched it on the app, but there are people outside of the country that aren't able to pay for the Sirius app. So they had to kind of watch that bootleg copy that was put up on YouTube by whoever that was. Oh, Lisa says somebody is posting older shows. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Thanks for joining, Chumpettes. Have a fabulous night. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, Instagram. Thanks for joining.